You know, the first time I ran into money, I didn't know anybody with money.
Sure.
So I went out and bought big luxury cars and big cribs and nice clothes and stuff. I noticed that you don't participate in that as much anymore. Tell me what was the shift, and tell me what that means. Why is that?
That's an excellent question. So I think that people, when you're on the journey, when you're on the wealth path journey, and you're trying to accomplish a certain level of financial success, I think society gives you a picture of how that's supposed to look, and then it gets reinforced, especially now with social media. People reinforce this idea of what it looks like to be wealthy, looks like to be rich, looks like to have means. And what I realized on the journey, and I literally just had this conversation within the last hour with someone, what shift did for me is when I understood that the money is really never the end game. It's not the goal, you know, and money is flow. And so if you realize that money is flow and it's a tool and a means to accomplish a certain end, then you start to see it and command it as it's supposed to be seen and commanded. And so for me, when I matured to the point of understanding that, not only did my income increase, but also my desire to seem like I had to validate my success with material things, that decreased. You know, and so actually, personally speaking, I'm perfectly okay with being a tree in the forest, you know, as opposed to the tree standing out there everybody can come and look at and, you know, and chop down even.
But even as a people, how do we get into the fancy car, the Rolex, and all the status symbols, in your opinion?
Yeah, like I say, I think society pushes out there. I think culturally we have innate desire to shine. And I don't think there's anything wrong with displaying the material fruits of your labor or your success. But I think that when that is the focal point or the end game, that it's really it's an empty journey. It's an empty outcome. And if you can't measure your success by the success that you created for other people, then you're really not wealthy, you know, in my opinion. So, you know, I mean, creating for yourself is cool, but if you can show others or help others, be a leader in your wealth and help other people create wealth or create the lives they want, which is ultimately what we're talking about is time freedom and having the ability to live the life that you want to live, however that looks. So if a Ferrari is how your life looks, that's okay. If a Toyota is how your life looks, that's okay too. But if you can truly show the power of, and I don't know how we got there, but you know, it's definitely become, people are more empty in their approach to wealth building now. Even with that, people don't have a lot of the tools to get it done, you know, and so they're dreaming about ideas because it feels good, you know, that you're going to have all these cars or this big fancy house or all these things, but nobody's really reflecting on their journey and saying, okay, am I really even doing anything to put myself in position to accomplish those things? So I don't know the answer to that, but I think that a lot of people, they know in their heart that that's not what they really want.